the Detroit Tigers. Trainer, Bill Beam. Trainer, Pio DeSalvo. Equipment manager, Jim Schmeichel. The coaching staff. Gates Brown. Billy Consolo. Alex Grammas. Dick Trzaskowski. And in the bullpen, Roger Craig. And now tonight's non-starters. Infielder, Doug Baker. Infielder, Dave Bergman. Outfielder, Rusty Coots. Infielder, Tom Brookins. Pitcher, Bill Scherer. Pitcher, Dave Rozema. Infielder, Howard Johnson. Pitcher, Willie Hernandez. Pitcher, Aurelio Lopez. Outfielder, Johnny Grubb. Outfielder, Rupert Jones. Pitcher, Milt Wilcox. Pitcher, Doug Baer. Pitcher, Sid Monge. Pitcher, Juan Berenguer. And pitcher, Dan Petrie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the American League champion Detroit Tigers. First, the manager, number 11, Sparky Anderson. He scored an American League high 5 runs in 1 game this season. The leadoff man, playing second base, number 1, Lou Whitaker. The American League Player of the Month this past April, batting second and playing shortstop, number 3, Alan Trammell. The most valuable player of the American League Championship Series, batting third and playing right field, number 23, Kirk Gibson. He hit a personal high 33 home runs this year, batting fourth, the catcher, number 13, Lance Parrish. A .331 hitter in the second half of the season, batting fifth, the left fielder, number 31, Larry Herndon. He proved his versatility by playing 7 different positions for Detroit this season, batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 27, Barbaro Garbe. He has averaged 21 home runs in his 3 seasons with Detroit, batting seventh, the center fielder, number 34, Chet Lemon. He batted .300 in the American League Championship Series, batting eighth, the first baseman, number 41, Darrell Evans. He drove in the winning run in Detroit's pennant-clinching victory, batting ninth, the third baseman, number 8, Marty Castillo. And warming up in the bullpen, he pitched a no-hitter this season and led Detroit with 19 wins. The starting pitcher, number 47, Jack Morris.
Before we meet the San Diego Padres, let's listen to Dick Williams and Sparky Anderson talk about what they think will be the key to this 1984 World Series.
I think the key for Detroit to win the series is we have to stop Wiggins and Gwynn, because if we don't stop Wiggins and Gwynn, that's just going to leave too much free time for Garvey and Nettles, and if we do that, we're going to be in trouble.
Well, there are a number of keys for our team in the World Series. To get good starting pitching, our bullpen has been doing a tremendous job. But I think the pitching and defense can stop the hitting. If our starting pitching can perform a little better, we know our bullpen has been able to do the job, then maybe we can contain a pretty good ball club. The best one-loss record in baseball this year.
the trainer, Dick Dent. Equipment manager, Ray Peralta. The coaching staff, Deacon Jones, Ozzie Virgil, Harry Dunlop, Jack Kroll, and in the bullpen, Norm Sherry. And now introducing tonight's non-starters. Luis Salazar. Tim Flannery. Mario Ramirez. Bruce Bochy. Kevin McReynolds. Champ Summers. Pitcher Eric Shaw. Ed Whitson. Luis De Leon. Craig Lefferts. Andy Hawkins. Outfielder Ron Renicky. Greg Harris. Dave Dravecki. Tim Lawler. Greg Booker. And number 54, Rich Gossage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the National League champion San Diego Padres. First, the manager, number 23, Dick Williams. He broke his own club record with 70 stolen bases this year. The leadoff hitter playing second base, number 2, Alan Wiggins. He led the major leagues in 1984 with a .351 batting average. Batting second, the right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn. The most valuable player in the National League Championship Series. Batting third, the first baseman, number 6, Steve Garvey. Appearing in his 5th World Series, batting fourth, the third baseman, number 9, Greg Nettles. He threw out 2 runners in Sunday's National League pennant-clinching game. Batting 5th, the catcher, number 16, Terry Kennedy. He collected 3 game-winning RBIs off the bench in 1984. Batting 6th, the center fielder, number 20, Bobby Brown. The winner of the 1984 Clyde McCullough Award as the Padres Rookie of the Year. Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 14, Carmelo Martinez. The catalyst in the National League Championship Series, batting .333 against the Cubs, hitting 8th, the shortstop, Gary Templeton. Ranked 5th among National League pinch hitters this season, batting 9th, the designated hitter, number 7, Kurt Bavacqua. And in the bullpen, he pitched the longest stretch of scoreless innings by a Padre pitcher in 1984, 22 straight innings. The starting pitcher, number 38, Mark Burman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you rise to honor America as Hollis Gentry and Bruce Cameron will play our national anthem.
Nothing quite like it. That instantaneous split second of history immediately after the anthem. The roar of the crowd. The players are dispersed from center stage. The cannon fire and the balloons, and we are just 2 minutes or thereabouts away from the first pitch of Game 1 of the '84 World Series. Well, Joe, that's a lovely way to start the evening. A former roommate of Babe Ruth, but now it's time to get to the nitty-gritty.
Now we get down to it. You're looking at Mark Thurman, 14-8, 2.97. If he's on, you're going to see a lot of ground balls. He's a ground ball pitcher. If he doesn't get his changeover, he's headed for trouble. They talk about his stuff. He's got below average fastball, a below average curveball, but a way above average change of pace, and that sets up his other two pitches. And if anything else about him that stuck with me was what Terry Kennedy said. He knows himself and he knows the opposing hitters, and he'll stay within himself. Mark Thurman.
He was a pretty decent fielder, and the last two starts he had at the end of the year, he had troubles with the ball. It kept coming up on him, and he was hammered. And, of course, against the Chicago Cubs, he had a rough outing. However, he is in direct contrast to starter Jack Morris, where Thurman was 5-5 at the All-Star break. He finished with a rush. He won 9 and lost only 3 when it really counted at the break.
I guess on a scouting report, he's got the one tag everybody likes. He's a bulldog, a real junkyard dog. He'll hang in there.
Well, he'll be pitching to Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, and Kirk Gibson. And look out here. You defuse a time bomb when Lou comes up. And he has power. He's had 40 home runs over the last 3 years. So Whitaker, Trammell, and Gibson. Setting the Padres defensively, Garvey, Wiggins, Templeton, and Nettles. In the outfield, Martinez, Brown, and Gwynn. And behind the plate, Terry Kennedy. So history is being made here in San Diego, the first World Series ever. The plate umpire, Doug Harvey, Larry Barnett at first, Bruce Fleming at second, Rich Garcia of the American League at third, Paul Runge of the National League on the left field line, Mike Riley of the American League on the right field line. So pull up a chair and welcome to Game 1, and here we go. Off speed, gets the corner, and we're underway. Whitaker doesn't run very much, although he has good speed. He only stole 6 bases, but they shorten up at third. Nettles is looking on a bunt, fouled away.
You're going to see a lot of running, I think, on both sides, Vin, for the simple reason that Detroit's going to send a message to Terry Kennedy, the catcher, to see if he can stop him. And, of course, Wiggins on the other side is going to say, well, I heard all about Lance Parrish. See if he can stop me.
Well, we'll see if they can get away with Lou Whitaker with the count 0-2. Little slider away, ball 1. 1-2. Thurman graduated from Texas A&M. He has a degree in finance, which comes in handy as a high-priced ball player these days. 1-2. Hit down the left field line foul. He came in with a fastball, so he challenged him a little bit.
He'll challenge him, and his change of pace, he showed him right away. He got it over, and that'll make him feel good, and it'll also set up his other pitches. It'll give Kennedy something behind the plate. You can work with 2 pitches. It's a definite plus.
Well, Sparky feels he has 2 excellent hitters at the top of the heap in Whitaker and Trammell. And that's foul behind the plate and out of play. Just to set Jack Murphy Stadium in your mind, named after a wonderful man, a columnist here in San Diego out of Oklahoma, a pipe smoker who had so much to do with bringing the Chargers here with the birth of the Padres and the building of this stadium. 327 down the line. Missed with the fastball.
And I sure hope that the move to take his name off the stadium flops. I would hate to see that.
Imagine a man who wrote a book about his dog, a Labrador named Abe of Spoon River. You get an idea of what kind of a human being Jack Murphy was.
Good guy.
Fouled away. So Whitaker is up there hacking away. His numbers, he has balanced his books. He walks about as much as he strikes out during the regular year.
With Mark Thurman, they'll be counting pitches. Norm Sherry, the pitching coach, says it's about 90-95 for a complete game. If he gets in the 80s in the 6th inning, he's in trouble.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Lou Whitaker. Fouled away. You know how sums up the feeling down here when you have Pat Olson throw out their first ball. Remember when Bob Shirley pitched for the Padres? He had a great quote. He said, "Tradition in St. Louis is Stan Musial. Tradition in San Diego is Nate Colbert coming in the clubhouse and trying to sell you a used car." But it's changed. Breaking ball just missed. So he's been throwing breaking balls away and then trying to come inside with the fastball, and he's gone all the way.
Textbook example of a leadoff man. Worked the count to 3-2 and fouled off some pitches. He's made Thurman work, and that's what he's supposed to do.
High drive into left center field. Bobby Brown going back. It's over his head. He's on the track, and it's going to bounce against the wall. Whitaker into second base standing with a long double. Boy, they go after you right away.
They come out swinging. You saw the stat on the home run. Bobby Brown replacing McReynolds. Not quite the outfielder, but I doubt if McReynolds would have been able to make that play. Over his head, 2-base hit. And these Tigers are, well, they're doing what they did to get him.
Now Stovetop